Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. This is The Witcher Path of Destiny. This is a Polish designed game by Go On Board, a Polish publisher. And of course, The Witcher is a Polish game itself. So it's a competitive game. It's played over 3 chapters. Different boxes are used. We're playing against Blanca. No, we're playing against Striga, obviously from the books, the game, etc. And yes, you are looking to try and do various missions in this particular game. Over those 3 chapters, you're playing out cards over 3 rounds. So 3 rounds or 3 turns per chapter, 3 chapters and the game ends. Highest points win. Everyone's going to have a board, a unique board. I'm playing as Vasimir down here, playing in blue. I've got a special card here which says I'm trying to get as many red cards in hand at the end of the game, hence the hand symbol, and I can score points. So I actually had to have 4. I got 3 points. Other people happen to have more than that, so you can see I've got some red cards up here. Red, blue, yellow, and green. So what you're going to have is an example over here. If we're going to get one in shot to show you, and you're going to have various symbols. You might have like might, like strength and fighting. You might have diplomacy. You might have exploration, and you might have magic. So what you're trying to do is try and go out and draft, and you're placing out your miniature, your character piece, and into one of these spaces, a bit like King Domino. If you go further up, you get a better turn order for the next round. Again, 3 rounds. And yes, you're going to grab those cards. You grab into hand. You'll start off with 2 cards initially, something to pick from. So you pick one character, and they're going to have an ability on them as well. One of these kind of circles, these kind of icons. And what you're looking to try and do is match and try and see what you can try and get at. So either you want to try and get flames, or you want to try and get exploration, or crucially, try and get these type of symbols rather than the things that are not appearing. Because whichever happens to have the most, we've just played as a 4, will equal victory points. So if this happens to come first in that first of those 3 rounds, then this might win. If it's a tie, nothing happens in the second round, maybe that happens to have the most. So 3 players happen to have the most flames compared to this symbol. But if it's a tie, so 2 people in a 4-player game, remember, has this and 2 has this, nothing goes out. But if one person has this in, say, a 3-player game, then of course 2 people might have this, but it still could be a tie in the amounts. But let's just say Magic 1 in the 3rd era. If it was a tie with the amount of these things out, then 2 is higher than 1. So then what's going to happen is we're going to resolve this for the next era. So you want to be aware of the next chapter because you're now trying to make sure you're collecting these cards so that you can help and score them as well. So remember, if this one wins, you will get victory points equal to that of flame symbols. So right now I haven't got any flame symbols out, but I would score in terms of experience points for exploration. So I'd have scored myself a number of XP, so 4 experience points. So over here is experience points. You're going to take your cube marker, it's going to start at 0, and I've bumped up 4 positions. And eventually, when you bump up to 6, then you are going to unlock certain abilities. So you bring out one of these and place them out. And any time when you're able to do so, you can flip it over, and in this case, get 2 non-symbols. So in this case, you get a diplomacy, and you'd get yourself on those sword cards, sword tokens like this, which you can use to spend. I'll show you how that works. But when you reach the end and hit 20, you bump that over here, and you bring out a gold cube, and your gold cube comes out, and that'll give you a victory point. Now, as you keep bumping along, so as you get more XP, you get more and more more and more victory points. And what you're looking to do is also be aware of the fact that once you resolve the end of a chapter, you're going to move on to the 14th page and read out what that means too. And that allows you to then understand more about the chapter and more about what's happening in the story. You'll keep back 1 card or perhaps 2 cards. It can depend on your kind of characters. And you'll leave those through to the next round. Everything else gets discarded. You'll probably shuffle to the deck a couple of times. But when you do play out 2 cards, so again, you're picking up 2 cards, go into your hand, you're then going to play out 2 cards, thinking that you want to try and get these symbols. Remember, you're getting victory points, and the lesser of the 2, depending amongst the group of yours, will get yourself XP. You'll be covering things over. So as an example, I might have a card such as this card that comes out into play. I can cover up a magic if I've got one, which I've got. So you take one of these tokens, you cover over, and this will give you a token or 2 for the left. So you get 2 of these magic tokens, which you can then take, and yes, you can take them from this box. And you're going to keep on going. You can, if you want to, if you don't like any of these card positions, you can go here instead, and you can grab yourself 2 cards blind and let you go first at the beginning of the next round. Or if you go down the bottom, you go last, but getting an XP. So again, I didn't happen to get any victory points here. You'll track your progress as you go around the board. So we all hit around 30, which is, I guess, 1 lap of the board, and you keep going further on as well. So that's just one example of how to play in this example here. And yes, that is just under 5 minutes, but I'll see if there's anything else I can update with you with. So in this particular story, we're playing obviously Striga, so we have that certain deck of cards. We also have this special stuff, which is just unique to this storyline. So if you're the first player to get out 3 yellow cards, again, that's in one of your 3 rounds. So there's up to 9 chances to do so, because again, you're playing out 3 cards per round. 2 cards per round, and there's 3, obviously, chapters. Then what's going to happen is you can place a token on here, and there'll be a certain secret card which allows you to reveal what can score at the end of the game, and whichever wins in that very final scenario, so either this, whatever it might be, is going to be the thing picked. And then you're going to secretly look at this, and everyone else is going to look at it if they can achieve this victory as well. In this case, if you're the first person to do it, you get 1 XP. The second, third, or fourth person happens to get 2 XP, but it's going to be a bit harder to do. But the more things you know, the better things you can actually uncover and work towards, usually 3, 4, maybe 5 points for the end of the game, which can actually dictate who wins the game. So it's pretty important to do so. But thanks very much for watching. Back to the table.